Morning, this is Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World, the Off-Grid Project. Just finished video processing for the day. Doing about 2 to 3 videos a day now. And I knocked out 2 videos on TR Tech Tactical, so you can go on over. For those who don't like shooting, don't watch. For those that do like shooting, you can go on over to TR Tech Tactical, and I did some really amazing 12 gauge and SKS shooting videos. Using my Sony action camera with 120 frames per second, and got some really cool slow motion footage of exploding eggs. I will be doing a lot more different various things in the future, experimenting with penetration depths and materials. Got a lot of fun coming up this season for you, as well as backpacking, camping, hiking, fishing, and outdoor gear reviews. It's a yucky day out there after all the nice weather we've had. Had a couple nice sunny days, and now it's gray and rainy. And we'll go over and look at the solar power, which is probably not good. What do we have here? 49 whopping watts. 4 amps of power. Batteries are 87 degrees. I definitely have to take the time to unwrap them. 12.9 volts, which isn't so hot, but considering my modem is on and the power inverter is running, no it's not, I gotta turn on the inverter. I've been running the laptop on its battery power all day. Oh well, it worked, good. So anyway, time to get out there and get some projects going for the day. The little birds are happy. They're happy to see me. Came running right up to the cage when I turned on the camera. I want to show you something interesting. There's a lot of talk about birds need 95 degrees, reduced by 5 degrees every week. Well, I guess they're 3 weeks old now. I put a little digital thermometer up here, and it is 78 degrees Fahrenheit, right about where they sleep, and they're comfortable and happy. But here's an interesting thing, if I can find one. Where are they? Somewhere in there. There's one. I just got some little babies. I got 6 little tiny babies. They're about a week old, and I got them at Tractor Supply for $1 each last night. Again, I am going to sell birds for this year, and sell the eggs, and raise both birds and eggs for sale and for meat. So I plan, Silky's bring a nice amount of money at trade shows, and Tractor Supply has 2 of them each season. Plus there's the main corner that my landlady owns right in town, which is perfect for my summer weekend markets to sell birds and eggs and vegetables and homemade goods and wares. So it's perfect. Make some extra income this summer. Anyway, they're doing well. It just went up 1 degree, so it's 79.0 degrees. And the birds are doing well, and it's they're not complaining. They slept very comfortably last night without a peep. Actually, I was afraid. I thought they were dead. They were so quiet for the first time ever. So probably the added amount of birds in there helps them all for comfort levels. Anyway, just wanted to share that with you. I forgot to add, for those of you who might wonder why this is so important and special, we are trained that chickens need a brooder and a red colored heat lamp that puts out 250 watts of power, or burns 250 watts of power continuously. That's 1 kilowatt every 4 hours of power burnt up. That is a lot of power. And we're trained that we need these special brooder lamps with red and a lot of power flow to keep birds alive. And here I am in an off-grid situation, and the birds are absolutely happy and comfortable with no power consumption at all. So yes, you can raise chicks with no power. Here's living proof. And they're not complaining. Hi, this is Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. It's been raining on and off today, and it went up to 70 degrees, and now it's back down to 67, and it was just raining a minute ago. So there's no real work outside going on besides the normal chasing deer and chores. I've really got to get out here and put the barriers up around the apple trees. And unfortunately the deer bring in ticks. And yes, I've had people tell me deer don't carry ticks, but yes, deer carry ticks. And ticks see deer as a free taxi ride. And that's how they populate the environment. They jump on their four-legged taxi, and after they're done feeding, they drop off, mate, reproduce, and look for another taxi ride. They don't care if it has 2 or 4 legs. And this deer is very, very comfortable with me. It still has a baby face. I want you to see the baby face, so I stop moving. Hey! Hey, you! Psst, psst, psst. Oh, now you're not going to look at me now? Huh? Look at me. See, that's a baby. You can seriously see that baby face. Anyway, go on. Where's your brother? Over there. It's the exact same place. Unfortunately, it's nesting in the exact same place it did yesterday. Yeah. It's got to become a priority now. Protecting my plants from the deer. I don't even know if this tree can pull out of it. I don't know if it's going to bud or grow. Actually, I don't know if anything is going to live from last year that I planted. I just can't tell because, well, I won't know until things start growing or dying. My fruit tree, this is the mulberry tree. I see no signs of life, but then mulberry is a late bloomer from my experience. Very, very late bloomer. It's a solid looking tree. It's an older tree, but I see no sign of life yet. I really hope it took root last year, and I really hope it grows. And then this little stunted apple tree got eaten a lot by the deer as well last year, but not as bad. And again, no sign of life. Now the ones that they're selling in the nurseries are doing really well. There's my yellow twig dogwood, which you can tell the parts that died. And they're the dark brown spots. And you can tell the parts that are alive. And then here I've got my apple. Again, I can't really tell. I won't know what's dead or alive, but nothing's blooming at my yard yet. But at the nurseries there's a lot. Oh, here's some signs of life. Look at that. A few days ago this had nothing. This is a Japanese barberry. And it's growing. Nice. And here we've got, see, some of the things may have died. This does not look good at all. This is a potentilla princess flowering bush. But, oh, wait, there, okay, see? It is alive. Just things are really, they had a rough time of it this year. A lot of it died off. Okay, here we have life. Maybe the little ones died, because here we have life. This is an apple. This is one of my apples, and he is alive, so maybe those two other over there died. And roses, you can't kill roses. These I accidentally mowed off again and again and again last year. And they're growing back. And I transplanted them and mowed them 3-4 times accidentally. And they're still coming back. Can you see it? So I'm going to have roses this year. They grow. And then there's another one. I marked them with stakes this time. And there's another. And here we have a pear tree, which is budding. And this one is thicker, so he might bear fruit this year. We'll see. It's a thicker, older tree. And then here was a mulberry, which may or may not live. Again, the mulberries have no sign of life right now. There's just no idea. But they are very late. And then here we have another apple, which is starting to grow, so that's good. So I think those two over there just didn't make it. There's just no sign of life. And then my blueberries, oh yeah, the blueberries are gonna do good. You can see all the green buds. That's my cultivated blueberry. And yeah, it lost some life, and others it grew. And that's right next to the wild blueberry. I call it blueberry, it's got a different actual name. But these are all blueberry bushes over here, these shrubs. These tires I gotta get out of here. There's still garbage left over from the previous people who had used this land. I'm still digging it out. It's gonna take years to clean this place up. Anyway, that's a nice blueberry shrub. And then this is all blueberries up in here. There's all kinds of blueberries. And there's a grapevine here. That's right. I want to take this grape and find the root of it and cultivate that. I want to actually take through there here this spring before it's too late and dig out the grapes by the root and plant them here and nurture them, because they wind all through here. There's so much work that I have to do in just so little time. I have a lot of repairs I'm still doing. And to get the chickens going, to earn money, I've got to build the chicken coops. Oh, I've got to show you something. Let's go around inside a minute. Wow. Look, this is why the deer are bad business. See that? Where is it? Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it. I'm zooming, sorry. I'm trying to hold my camera. Arg. Where is it? I'm trying to, oh, there. Right there. There's a tick. Where's the other one? He went around behind on me. There's a tick. See, the deer are evil. Not the deer are not evil, but the, oh shoot. I gotta get that. And they'll happily come to my pliers, and I will happily squish them. And he's done. He won't hurt me anymore. And then there's one here. And I try to destroy every tick I ever see, because they're carry Lyme disease, and they can kill you or destroy your life. So there was just 2 ticks just from walking through my yard. It's really, really horrible and freaky. They're already out in force. Okay. You gotta inspect yourself, top to bottom, every time you've been outside. That's why you'll see I have long socks. I always wear long socks for protection. You'll never see me unprotected out here, living out in nature like this. You won't see me go unprotected. It's terrible. So, anyway, the eggs. I set up game cameras last night, 2 game cameras, and I set up a trap in the chicken coop. I got the trap right there, and I put eggs in it. And then the predator, it rained last night, so the whatever it was didn't come back last night. At least I don't think. I didn't count the eggshells here, so I can't tell if it got in or not. But what I found in the trap this morning was 2 chickens. So I'm gonna reset that trap every night with eggs in it, and of course I'll catch chickens every morning. But whatever it is, I hope to catch the predator and get some video footage. But instead of that, last night it came and stole my food, my cold food storage, which annoys me. Just having a look at my chickens. There's some really pretty ones here. Look at that hawkeye of that bird. No, it looks like an emu or an ostrich. Looks mean. And woolly bushy bird. It's so cool looking. And the silvers, which by the way, Big Red is now the boss. And then I've got 2 silky roosters. That's the dominant one of the 2 silky roosters. And then I've got my tiny little hens. I hope they're all there, the tiny bantams. There's little guy and one of his girls. And there's supposed to be two grays, but I'm not seeing the one gray. She keeps getting out. I hope she doesn't get herself killed. I'm sorry, I'm not on her. The little grays. The one gray little hen keeps getting herself out. I don't know how, but she keeps getting out again and again and again and again. I'll put her in, 10 minutes later she'll be out. I'll put her in, 10 minutes later she'll be out. And I don't see 2 right now, so she might get herself killed if she isn't already. It's really frustrating. But that's her choice, I guess. The others know they're safe in the coop, and they know I protect them. But she's an adventurer. Anyway, I gotta get the automatic watering system set up now. That's time. It's time to get it going, and then the birds will have unlimited free water. And then I'm gonna set up rainwater collection systems on top of the chicken coops. So there's a lot going on out here all the time. A lot. Did an experiment. I left some of the lettuce greens outdoors in their original pots, which I thought would make them stunted, but actually I was eating some of these today because they were big and fluffy and fresh and huge. Now on the other hand, let me take you over to the porch. On the other hand, these ones were in the house and they did not grow very well. And actually the purple ones turned green and nothing really happened. They didn't do anything at all really, and they look sort of sickly. So here, see, this one is sort of browned, probably from the heat. And actually they look wilted right now, although I watered them. So I am going to leave these outside, and they probably are too close to the house. They got, well, it was cloudy today, shouldn't have affected them. But anyway, they definitely did not grow indoors, and so I'm going to leave them outside. Just poke holes in the bottom of the container, and that's it. This is the life. I'm making pancakes on an antique cast iron pancake pan and using my own homemade maple syrup. Oh, it is good stuff. This is buttermilk pancakes. Homemade maple syrup. I put it in whatever jar I had available. Nice. Look at how thick and fluffy that is too. Oh, this is good stuff. See, this is what it's all about. People ask me why I live up north. Why I bear with all the miserable climate. Well, things like this remind you you need a cold, harsh winter to get maple syrup. Then that is something special when you make your own syrup with your own hands. Nice. This is living. This is the off-grid life right here. Homemade syrup. Next year I'm going to be using my own oil, I hope. Within a year or two I'm going to be making my own oil. So on the path to self-sufficiency, I'm doing it. I wanted to have my own sugar supply this year, and I've got about a gallon of it. I didn't get as much as I hoped, but I've got about a gallon. But if I eat pancakes all the time, I sure won't have much. But I love it. Well, gotta get going before it burns to the pan on me. So, talk to you guys later. By the way, how's this for no stick? Nice, huh? That's real no stick. The original. The one and only.